What's happening, guys? You ready to know we're hitting with a part 2 because this list is as spicy as they come. The influencers love to live online, but forget that sometimes they overshare. I've almost done that. Not yet. I saved the good stuff for OnlyFans, but that's not what today's list is about. It's a different kind of expose. I gotta get my head out of the gutter here. Today in IO, we're talking all about some of your favorite influencers who became their own worst enemies. Whether it was a glitch in the system, a failed fundraise, or just a bad move in general, you know you gotta smash that like button, or I will turn this car around right now and we'll go home. Alright, let's go. Kicking things off at number 10, Brooke House. I feel like I'm saying her name wrong, and I've included her on so many lists, but I'll be honest, I don't really care to say her name right because of what she did. Sorry, Brooke. Now, Brooke, it seems at one point was doing quite well for herself on YouTube. She's currently got a couple 100,000 subscribers, and most of her videos are so heavily disliked, it's legitimately like a 3% to 97% like to dislike ratio on average. And I can tell you right now, she's getting more than 4 likes. Or I guess 1 like, 3 dislikes. It's bad. And for those of you unaware, Brooke fell from grace very quickly after she accidentally uploaded the wrong version of her own YouTube video to her channel. She would remove it once noticing her mistake, but not before exposing herself to the world. While Brooke tried to film the video, her dog, a larger German Shepherd, can be seen trying to get her attention. Whether he wanted to play or just a nice belly rub, it seems Brooke didn't care all that much and tried to get him to stop. After he wouldn't listen, she got pretty aggressive, at one point appearing to spit and then hitting him. Naturally, the internet doesn't let stuff like that slide, so unsurprisingly, she would go viral and get some of the most intense backlash I've seen. This led to her more or less staying off socials for a while before planning to come back, which, well, it hasn't been going as planned. On to number 9, Natalia Taylor. Who needs to spend money on traveling when you could just go to IKEA? That was Taylor's thought process, and it appeared to work. In an effort to prove a point that social media can be incredibly manipulated and manufactured. Guys, haven't we learned this from like the tabloids over the years? Anyways, Taylor decided to expose some tips and tricks. So like any good influencer, she decided to get a few outfits, do her makeup, and head down to IKEA, where she would shoot a handful of images, making it appear as if she was on vacation in Bali. Taking to YouTube, Taylor would explain how she did it all and even mention how people were staring while she was initially doing the pictures in the pre-made house sets that IKEA has in their showrooms. Ah, the life of an influencer. Some of her followers questioned the content, given the beautiful scenery of where she was, while all the photos were taken inside. Some of the pictures even still had the tags showing. Others genuinely fell for it. Gotta love the internet. At number 8, Tuffy Saravilla. This travel influencer would go viral after it appeared a few clouds were following her all over the world. Well, she would joke about herself. A tweet pointing out the fact that this social media influencer has the same clouds in every photo appeared to gain a lot of traction, leading to the internet trying to expose Tuffy for the fraud that she is. But it turns out there was no fraud at all. In fact, when news outlets started to reach out and question her about the clouds, she couldn't help but laugh about it, as she's been very open with her followers in regards to how she edits her photos, and even has a permanent highlight on her Instagram page explaining how to do what she does and showing examples of her followers using the preset cloud filters that she made. Speaking with BuzzFeed at the time, she explained, I quote, "I can't believe how far this went. I use an app called QuickShot to help with the composition of the photograph when the sky is burned or overexposed." Referring to her followers, she said, I quote, "They were always aware about this because I never hide it. I always tell them the apps I use. Actually, I'm the first one to tell the joke that the clouds are following me around the world." Gotta love like a good exposed influencer story, you know? On to number 7, another beautiful day. These two travel influencers faced some serious backlash, at one point taking a break from social media before ultimately returning just a few days later after they tried to raise money for their next excursion. The couple who documents their travels took to GoFundMe in hopes of raising money for a mission to document the world, revealing both the good and the bad. And that's fine. If their followers or fans wanted to donate or support them for their travels, then all the power to them. The issue came when it was revealed through the GoFundMe that one of the influencer's mothers actually works 2 jobs to ensure that the pair could continue traveling while barely having much for herself. As you can imagine, people quickly felt for the mother and were very upset with the couple. Of the donations they received, most were left with comments asking for all the proceeds to go to the working mother, not the couple hoping to travel. They tried to double down, explaining it's not about the money, but the bigger message they're trying to share with people. And as you can imagine, well, people just weren't having it. At number 6, Ciao Bilio. Alright, this story is quite wild, as this influencer was using a filter to make herself appear much more youthful than she actually is. Funny enough, in part 1 of this series, we had a motorcycle fanatic who used a woman's filter to help grow his following. As he explained, no one cares about a 40-year-old man talking about motorcycles, but a young girl, you're all set. Apparently the same goes for Ciao, as she was using filters to make herself appear much more youthful, and to some, more attractive. And it worked, as some sources claim she was, I quote, worshipped for being the cute goddess. This led to people people sending her money or buying her gifts, as is the case for a lot of live streamers. It seems she was using her looks to her advantage, encouraging her followers and supporters to continue buying her gifts, promising a face reveal when she reached a certain goal. Unfortunately for Ciao, there was a glitch in the system she was using which led to her true identity being revealed to all of her followers. As you can imagine, she lost a lot of followers rather quickly, with many outraged that they were catfished by a streamer. What an interesting world we live in, guys, let me tell you. At number 5, Shad Moss, aka Bow Wow. This one was quick and simple. Taking his Instagram, obviously to show off his wealth, Moss posted a photo of a few fancy cars and a private jet with the caption, I quote, "Travel Day, NYC press run for growing up hip hop. Let's go. I promise to bring y'all the hottest show ever." Unfortunately for Moss, a follower noticed that the former child star was actually sitting in a regular seat on a regular plane, just a few rows up. So naturally, the follower took a picture of Moss on his plane, screenshotted the recent Instagram post, and tweeted about how funny the whole situation was. Wouldn't be long before that tweet went like stupid viral, which would then start the hashtag Bow Wow Challenge, in which people would manipulate camera angles to make things appear in a way they're not. Ain't that something? Seems like all of Instagram should be renamed to the Bow Wow Challenge, shouldn't it? That's a gotcha good, that one burns. From Pepper. At number 4, Ava Louise. One of those influencers who just thrives off the controversy, Ava went viral not long ago for licking a toilet seat at the height of our pandemic, labeling it the coronavirus challenge. So clearly, we're dealing with a real scholar here, guys. It's not the point though. The point here is that Louise decided it'd be fun to start posting about an alleged affair between YouTuber Jeffree Star and Kanye West. She didn't outright say it, but she alluded that she could, I quote, "spill the tea" now that the divorce is official, and every comment asking if it was Jeffree Star got a like from Ava. Clearly she knew what she was doing. After posting almost a dozen videos regarding the situation of a fake affair that she made up, including one talking about a potential lawsuit or cease and desist orders from Kris Jenner, it turned out the whole thing was made up. Obviously we knew the rumor wasn't real, but I mean the Kris Jenner lawsuit got the attention of TMZ, and it turns out she faked everything. But it seems there was some truth to the potential lawsuit, as Jenner's team told TMZ, I quote, "However, if she continues to spread lie after lie and a fake letter in a desperate cry for public attention, which she has admitted on record that she's seeking, then we will have no choice but to take legal action on principle." She would then admit it was all fake on another TikTok video, so she's a real genius. At number 3, Dana Mercer. It seems Mercer's goal here was simply to prove that Instagram is far from reality. Isn't that something? And she's grown a massive following doing it. While speaking with Good Morning America back in September of 2020, Mercer, who usually posts two similarly yet very different photos side by side, explained, I quote, "For an Instagram pose, I will pose, usually arch my shoulders, squeeze my core, your butt goes back crazy far because in 99% of poses, that's more flattering. It elongates the core and makes the legs look leaner. If I was shooting in the sun, I would shoot sunrise or sunset or in shadow, which is way more flattering for cellulite. If it is a reality pose, I wouldn't do all that work. I would just stand the way I normally stand, just letting myself be comfortable in whatever light I'm in." After her recovery with an eating disorder, Mercer realized the casual photos she spent hours editing weren't helping anyone at all, not her followers or herself. I quote her saying, "It just got to the point where I was like, this isn't me. And if this has changed me and motivated me, maybe there is a way that I could express myself that might help other women and honestly might help myself." Love it. One of the few good ones who expose themselves on our list. Most of them are just like bad people who just do bad things and just get caught, but that was a nice little one for you. But now back to the, Now at number 2, Nikita Dragon. Influencers and YouTubers are all the same in my books. They make money posting content online. Good enough for me. Good. And as we know, during the pandemic, Nikita wasn't as cautious as some other influencers or YouTubers, and her fans and followers weren't all that pleased. So when she threw a huge maskless party back in February, near peak numbers, I mean, masks or not, you shouldn't be partying in the first place. That's not the point though. The fact that Nikita tried to act like it was totally safe and legit, saying everyone was tested before, well, people were posting videos of Tana Mongeau kissing and licking Patrick Star. I mean, pandemic or not, you say that stuff for behind closed doors, you know? You don't lick another human being's face out in public. Even making out in public is like a little much. A lick? A full-on, like, who's a good boy? Do you want a treat? Oh, it's so good, lick to the face like a dog? Come on, bro, my dog kisses me on the face. You don't lick somebody's face, bro. What are you doing? At number 1, I'm probably gonna say her name wrong, but I'm gonna give it my best try. Nicole. I think that's wrong. And I do follow her. She's the OK Boomer girl. I know who she is, I've just never said her name before out loud. I just refer to her as Nico. At number 1, Nicole. It's fine. The streamer making all the headlines right now went viral a few years ago while dancing to the OK Boomer sound on TikTok, wearing a t-shirt in support of Bernie Sanders. Another mega viral video she posted showed her wearing an AOC sweatshirt reading "Tax the Rich." And that's all fine and dandy. I love it, you know? She looks all cute in it, dancing, and it's all fun. Good for her. Glad she made a big following, made a lot of money. That's awesome. But after she would post her latest YouTube video titled $2 million apartment tour, well, people started questioning a lot of things, you know what I mean? One of the top comments on her video was, I quote, "The OK Boomer girl went from criticizing rich boomers to becoming a rich boomer." Others called out how she moved from California, who's known for high taxes, to Texas, who, well, we know how is down there, you know? The taxes are like... All in all, it seems Nicole won't be backing down, as she doesn't even think millionaires mean you're rich, really. In a video from March titled "How Much Money Do I Make?", she at one point said in the video, I quote, "I think when people mean like tax the rich, I think at the end of the day, they do mean like billionaires and people who have insane, unfathomable amounts of wealth." I'm not gonna lie, guys, you know, if I had $1 million, it'd be pretty helpful. So like, that's all I'm saying. I feel like $1 million might be an unfathomable amount of wealth for like the general public. I'm gonna say like majority of the world are not millionaires. And there you guys have it for the top 10 influencers that expose themselves part 2. Let us know your thoughts down below. Let us know if you want a part 3. Let us know, you know, who the spiciest host in the game is maybe. I don't know. For now, let's do some comment replies from the video. Dr. Fauci emails exposed. It's the weekly roundup. Oh boy, this is a fun one. Night Rain Raven said, "Seriously, another oil spill? Where's the dawn?" I will say that I don't know if it's oil in, I don't think, was it oil? Maybe it was. You're right, it was oil. I was looking at another video. I saw another video today on Instagram of a ship just, where was it? Taiwan, I think? There's a crane there and the ship was too close to the dock and it just took the whole crane down. Nothing stops in the water, baby. The crane just broke a bunch of stuff. So that's what I was thinking about. But you're right, Sri Lanka, there was the oil, yeah. That's a good comment though, the dawn. That's why I included it. Awful situation, but I don't want to say you made light of a bad situation because you kind of did. But it was a good joke. So, you know, I wanted to include it. It made me smile. So thank you for making me smile. But awful situation. I really hope they sort that out because the poor fishies, you know? Melissa Koyet, and I'm really sorry if I said your name wrong. I wasn't too sure how to say your last name, so I apologize. Koyet? Melissa Koyet said, "You guys need to make merch that says science, baby. Oh, how I love weekly roundups. Also, Logan is going to get smashed on the 6th. No doubts about it." Yeah, I think Logan's gonna die. Maybe I'll make, I have my own merch that I made, just like a Mr. Spicy shirt that I don't know if I could sell because the picture of the pepper, like I think you need like licensing and stuff, which I don't have, so I don't want to get a lawsuit, but I just work for myself, which I don't make any money off of, so I think I'm good. But if I just get some text, some science, baby, you guys want those t-shirts, boom, I'll make you some t-shirts. Sandstorm Media Jamie, wow, what a long name. Sandstorm Media Jamie Runciman said, "Jared loves science so much, he should be a spicy scientist." You know what I think I need is, rather than a white lab coat, I think I need a red one with a green collar, because that's pepper. Alright guys, that's all for this one. Have a great Friday. Today's Friday. You're probably watching this on a Saturday or Sunday. Hope you had a good weekend whenever you're watching this, or have yourselves a great week whenever you're watching this. Whatever you're doing, I hope it's good. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein, aka Pepper, the spiciest in the game, and I love you lots. We'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah. Oh no, that I can't. Nope, just gotta lick the fingers. Get a nice little, I'm so glad you got that on. I'm glad I looked before I did anything, because I just had some sauce in my fingers that I had to lick off.
Kind of sauce.
Oh. Now I get it. Half the time I type in YouTuber exposed, what do you think comes up? I always say Bali, and I'm like, is it Bali or Bali? But it's Bali. It is Bali. It's Bali. Nice. Take it. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. Rides off the controversy. What? I don't know why I say controversy. That's what I've been saying lately. Controversy. I've been saying controversy. I don't know why. I feel like I'm Sean Connery. Call her Nico. Nicole? I don't know. We'll call her Nico. Nico Lul, I'll say. That sounds right.